Hi there. Hope after listening to my previous lesson video, we are in a position to understand about treatment with regard to sale of assets and how the same is to be recorded and reflect in cash flow statement to find out its impact on closing cash balance. This session is going to be about payment of dividends and the redemption of debentures and amortization of goodwill. So to understand and to gain better idea about treatment with regard to these aspects, let us consider an example. In this example, it is given that the share capital of the company is a company balance sheet where the share capital has increased from around 70 to 74,000, and the company has borrowings in the form of debentures, and it has current liabilities like creditors, and it has made some provisions against doubtful debts, and it has reported its profits, and the opening and the closing balance of the profits are given. Actually, in the previous question, it was separately given as part of adjustment. Now here it is given as opening and closing balance. And details with regard to current assets and long-term assets as well as goodwill written off, all these details are additionally provided. On the asset side, these details are provided. And we find that the cash balance has decreased from 9,000 to 7,800. And your cash flow statement will help you to understand the reason for decrease in cash. Additional information with regard to dividend paid is given in the question, and details with regard to land purchased. So 20,000 has become 30,000, so that means 10,000 rupees worth of land purchased, and goodwill decreased from 10,000 to 5,000, which means there is again decrease in that means goodwill written off to the extent of 5,000, and the debentures were paid from 12,000. It has become 6,000. That means 6,000 rupees has been paid or redeemed, repaid. So that may result in outflow of cash. So when a firm raise capital by issue of shares, there will be cash inflow. Whereas when a firm returns its borrowings, there will be cash outflow. So because of redemption, there will be cash out. Now let us start preparing the cash flow statement. Cash flow statement. This is normally prepared as per accounting standard 3 in the format of AS3. So the statement requires data from three activities. Okay, cash from operating activities, cash from investing, cash from financing. So we need to calculate and substitute here the amounts of rupees of cash from all these activities, and we should consolidate it to find out the net increase or decrease net cash flow. Then this should be adjusted with opening cash balance. If bank balance is separately given, you can add it up. Cash and bank are treated equally here. Bank balance and the cash balance are the same. So here in this question, opening balance is given as rupees 9,000. So I'm just substituting here, and closing cash balance is given in balance sheet as 7,800. Which means there is a decrease in cash position by this 1,200. That means your net balance is in minus, in negative. That means cash lost or cash outflow. Because of which this has impacted your opening cash balance, and the closing cash balance has been arrived as 7,800 after adjusting the decrease of 1,200 against the opening balance. So let us now find out the data with regard to operating, investing, and financing activities. So our objective of preparing cash flow statement is to find out the reasons for net increase or decrease in the cash. If it is cash outflow or cash lost from activities, we need to find out because of which reason, whether the company has invested more and whether it has reflected on its operations, cash from operations, and it was used for payment of dividend to the shareholders. So all these aspects are critically examined by looking into the cash flow statement, especially for making internal decisions by the managers, whether their decision to go in for more investment on assets and how it has how that the decision has reflected on its cash generating capacity on operating activities are being evaluated. Here in this question, there is no data with regard to investment on land and machinery, but investment on additional investment on land is provided. Okay, that's going to be the major investment. Apart from that, there is no long-term asset. There is no sale also. There is no cash inflow, only cash outflow, because of which the land was purchased by 10,000 rupees. So cash outflow involved here. So we can note it over there. So 10,000 is because of purchase of land, purchase of land. Now let us find out cash from operating. When it is given in the form of balance sheet, we can't do using direct method. We have to follow only the indirect. So cash from operating indirect means we have to start from profit. So from profit, we have to adjust the non-operating, non-cash expense. So net profit as per P&L account, which should be, we have to take the difference between the closing minus opening. That is 10,560. Is 10,560 minus 10,040. So it is going to be rupees 520. From this, add non-operating expenses and non-cash expenses. So here in this question, goodwill written off and dividend paid. Dividend paid is not operating, and goodwill written off is also. So normally these are items that would be charged against the gross profit, against the in the P&L. These are items that would be debited to the, but they are non-operating in nature. This is non-operating expense, and this is your again goodwill written off is also a non-operating. So we have to add back goodwill written off 5,000, then dividend paid is 3,500, and provision for doubtful debts increased by 100 rupees. Is also provision is the non-operating expense. Again, provision for doubtful. So nothing else is given. There is no loss on sale or loss on sale of investment or long-term asset. No such data given here in this question. So we can add. So it is going to be 8,100. I'm sorry, 8,600, 9,120. So there is no data with regard to non-operating income. So we have to take this as cash from operating activities before adjusting current assets and changes in current assets and current liabilities. So if you look at stock, decrease in stock means increase in cash. That means your investment on stock has decreased. That means you would be having more cash. And your creditors has increased from 10,360 to 11,000. That means you have got more cash. You would be having more cash in hand because you enjoyed more credit. So these are to be added. These are to be taken as positive items here. So decrease in stock, the difference between 49,200 and 42,700 is going to be 6,500. Can be taken here itself. 6,500, and increase in creditors, increase in creditors or accounts payable. The difference is around 1,480, 1,480. And then when you look at debtors, there is increase in debtors from 14,900. Increase in debtors means your investment on debtors has increased. That means your cash availability will be less. So the difference should be taken as less item. So increase in debtors by 2,800 difference. So if you look at the difference 14,900 and 17,700, the difference is 2,000. 800 to be taken as part of less side. So if you adjust this in 16,980 subtracting 2,800, you will have 14,300 as cash from operating. So we have calculated cash from operating activities. This can be substituted there, 14,300. Whereas cash from financing activities include cash from financing. So you have to look at the liability side of the balance sheet. The share capital has increased by 4,000 rupees. So issue of shares, that is capital raised by issue of shares, is 4,000. Then you have repaid or redeemed debentures for the 6,000. So redemption or repayment of debentures. So cash goes out because of this. And then it is given dividend paid was 3,500. 3,500 because of which cash goes out. So from around 9,500 of outflow, we receive only 4,000 as cash inflow. So there is net outflow of 5,500. Here it is cash outflow on account of financing activities. So this can be substituted there, 5,500. Cash from financing activities, cash outflow towards financing activities, which is 5,500. Because of capital raised by issue of shares, redemption of debentures, as well as payment of dividend, all put together. That means after adjusting these three, get cash outflow of 5,000. So now if you adjust this, it must be 1,200 negative. So suppose you look at here, it is 10,000, 15,500 was the cash outflow on account of purchase of land, as well as for financing activities like payment of dividend, payment of towards redemption of debentures, and cash raised by way of issue of shares. So because of these two activities, out of all these two activities, funding was managed out of cash from operating activities to the tune of 14,300. Because of which the net cash balance has become negative, because outflow is greater than the inflow. So this has become minus 1,200. And this is adjusted against the opening cash balance of 9,000 and the closing balances are. So this is how the cash flow statement is prepared under circumstances where the dividend paid and the debentures redeemed kind of adjustments are given in the question. Hope you are in a position to understand the treatment with regard to these as adjustments and prepare cash flow statement.